been wonderful to be here today beside Beynac Castle, where Richard the Lionheart once lived. We had a lovely lunch and came down by the river for this wonderful view, this incredible view of the castle with the river flowing before it. In considering the subject matter, it was interesting. There was different takes on how it may have been achieved. The greens were really important, cool greens, warm greens. This tree here providing a barrier, if you like, which leads you back up into the castle. This side leading you into the castle, coming back down to the figure, which happens to be my wife, Michelle. Into the river again. So trying to find a good composition that would give you the mood and the atmosphere of the day, find those lovely greens that support the warms here, find the movement of the water, and let the story be a lovely sunny day in front of Beynac Castle in the south of France. It's been a wonderful day. It's been a wonderful opportunity to paint this incredible scene, and I find it, I'm very grateful to be able to be here to paint it. Trees in on the other side of the bank now, and there's a mixture of greys and greens and warm and cool greens back here that I need to attend to. Need it be exactly as every tree is there? No. But we can give a bit of an indication of what's there. What's happening below the trees is really important as well. And because you've got shadows there. Can you see the shadows where it meets the river? Really, really interesting. There's also deeper colours in tone between the trees. You get one group of trees that is stronger than the other. The reason the tree pokes out that is stronger is that there's a really dark alongside it or against it. So it's really interesting to start to think on trees, greens. I made a joke, didn't I? Trees are green the other day. Here we go. Here's our, look at this, bang, crash. Here we are, our typical mix of greens. Don't do this. Look what happens.
Don't do what?
This.
Don't dob them on.
Dib dob dob, dib dob dob. They'll think you're in the Scouts, you know. Dib dob, dib dib dib. We are the green pack. There we are. Here we are. Now just putting in a lovely range here of greens, bit of a mixture. Let them merge together. This is dry paper down here, so they're just merging and decidedly separating one another, because that's all damp. So what we, sorry? Milk. It's tumbling down. What we're trying to do now is not paint every tree. Don't think that we're trying to paint every tree. We're trying to give an impression of a tree line. So what happens is lovely soft marks here to give the filigree on the top of that tree there, coming down into this big mass of trees. See that? And suddenly it's starting to take form. See where the darks have to go in a moment? It's really interesting. Cobalt turquoise light into here in a milky consistency. There, can you see it?
Oh, there are more bluey green.
They're more bluey greens. Kapow! There's more of this happening. Back up here. Yeah, does it? Exciting, you reckon? But look at it, isn't it really just pumping out?
More interesting.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Don't get nervous, get even.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than if things are flat, is there?
No.
It's probably better.
And if you haven't tried something, you're going to be in trouble. Look, lovely little dark there. Look at this coming in there. I can see it there. Take that little bit of yellow off. Another little one in here, where it comes down, back up in there. Where it meets the water is really important.
So the consistency you're using there.
This is cream going into milk.
So it's holding its shape.
Holding its shape. It's a controlled soft edge, if you like. So where this light is now, where I put that, if I put some darks in alongside, see what happens? Suddenly we've got form for a tree. Look at that. See that? How interesting. Now I'm working with the brush from the end. As soon as I do this, my sphere of influence is only there. As soon as I do this, look, I can have a dancing brush. Look at that. Here's cooler trees down here, really working well. Some little dark patches of that same cobalt turquoise light, just so there's some nice light hitting on those edges. Look at this. So it's an impression of what's happening with these trees. Does it have to be every single tree? You start to do that, you'll go home with a nervous breakdown. You will.
Yeah, that's true. You will. Right? It's impossible.
We've got some yellows in there. Let's put some yellows in. This is still working while it's still wet. Look at this.
It's got to be wet to do that, though.
Never say die until it's dry. Old watercolour saying.
Over there.
It's a fish.
Yeah, there's some sort of fish jumping around in there.
That's good. Jump in and get him.
But I can still see something skipping along just like the boy. Oh, is that what it is? I'm so disappointed.
He was trying to trick you, this boy throwing rocks.
Oh, that's not the same.
There we go. See, that's coming up nicely now. Can you see it building? And it gives us an impression of what's happening here with these trees. Now, because we've done something with these trees, we need a couple of... Look at that. There's just with a fingernail, there's a couple of trunks there.
Oh, yeah.
The number 3 fingernail. You want to know which fingernail it is? The third one.
So the one
I'm joking.
it doesn't matter which one.
Of course I'm joking.
Especially sharpened.
Especially sharpen the fingernail for painting, yes. There we go. Leave a couple of little lights there.
Did that in the past.
Oh yes, they do.
I don't.
Guitarists do too. Yeah, particularly
Yeah.
good flamenco guitarists.
I need a sharp finger.
Yes. We're getting a bit excited. How's that looking?
Tell?
Yeah, not very well these days, but I used to play quite well.
Did you play at Bathurst one time?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I remember that.
I played Unchained Melody
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
and sang it.
That was when Alvaro and Joseph and all those gangs were there.
Yep, that's right. Now we've got a little tree here. Is it the same tree? No, but it's going to work really well. Look at this. You get the feel?
Yeah.
Along here, we've got some more, a little bit of detail back there. I just need to let that dry for a moment before I do the next stage. We'll put a couple of windows in there. Are they there? I'm not sure. They are now. Here we are.
That's looking really good.
How's that?
So how are you going to do this part?
Oh, with great difficulty. You think so?
No, I don't think you'll have great difficulty.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
That filigree hanging over the water there is lovely.
Nice, isn't it?
Yep. We'll just break this up a little bit. And we've got some super darks back in here. We'll break them in. make that look. Here we go. A few extra greens in there. I might put a little bit of gouache in that mix just to give it a bit more bite. Oh, we've got a singer. All right there?
Oh, no, I'm gradually dying.
Okay, I'll give you a moustache.
Oh,
That'll
thank
help.
you. That'd fix me. I have to shove it down the nose and fix my nose up.
Not bad, is it?
There you go. Would you like a moustache? Green one?
No, thanks.
You don't want some? Are you?
No,
Yeah, okay.
definitely not.
Just asking. We are here to have fun, you realise. Bring that down here. I might bring an extra couple of branches in there. I think God created fingernails before he created paintbrushes, eh? Think so?
I think so.
There we are. Back here. What are we going to do here? Nice bigger brush. Okay. What is it? Slash, bash, crash?
Oh.
Slash, bash, crash. Look at this.
I've got to practice that, I think.
Do I need to paint every leaf? No. I need to give an impression of this great bunch of foliage that's happening there. Get rid of that white there.
Yeah, that's something I've always struggled with. This
Look, nice and quick.
I think I might try that tonight with mine.
But it's coming. Now that's a basic wash there. While that wash is just drying a little bit, I can put in a little bit of warmth. Especially down here, around Michelle. See that helps to push towards the castle. A bit more yellow in the green here. Whoosh. There she is, in all her glory.
So that watery
Mrs. Jarvis. That's Milky. Coming over her. Suddenly, with this extra deeper tone, she's popping out.
Yeah, that's true. She's standing up.
Yep. There she is. And we've got a bit more warmth
Do that bit.
here. Which bit?
This bit you're working on now. I was really curious to see what you're going to do.
Needs some warmth. But it needs to be put in while it's still
Fairly wet.
wet.
So do you reckon that's cream or milk? Or
That's water.
Yeah.
And back up in here. We'll leave a little few lights there. And let that break back into there. A few lines across here which will suggest the undulations of the land. Back there. Soften them back with the finger. Again. Almost there. We need to do a couple of fine details. And we're almost finished, I think.
Gee, that's good, isn't it?
The hair. There's a hare in there. And a bear as well. There are people with games and stories to tell. Open wide, come inside. Play school. That's all watercolour is, play school. Just playing with this lovely medium called watercolour. It's marvellous.
We're going to put a bit of pink on her outfit.
Yep. It's already got some pink. But we need to put some accentuation there down where her elbow is. Looking after her, we need to... I better paint her well, otherwise I'll be in trouble in the night. I can't run away. Yeah, that's right. So we'll just do a couple of rocks and things. I'll be in all sorts of trouble. Just a little bit of extra strength just down there. And down here, where she's sitting. really helps for a little bit of shadow there. Yeah, that works.
Yep.
There we are, my love,
There you are.
personified in watercolour. Is that nice?
Yes, very nice.
Okay, we'll put in,
Be here.
3 days.
7:30.
Don't believe either of us, mind you.
We don't know whether to mix up more paint. We're going to get a
Probably another half to 3/4 of an hour, maybe. Would that be right?
What?
About another half to 3/4 of an hour, maybe.
now.
Yeah, something like that.
What's that bird up there? Is that a
Looks like a buzzard to me.
buzzard? Is it a buzzard? I didn't know there'd be buzzards. Bird of prey.
No, the kites have a triangular shaped tail.
It's true.
Doesn't
And the
it?
buzzard has a rounder tail. I'm doubting myself now. No, that is a kite. Yeah, it's got a triangle tail.
A kite? Cool.
Good correction.
Oh, well, I was only guessing.
There we are. I think that's almost done. What do you think? Might be a couple of minor things I might do in the studio, but I think that's almost completed. A little bit more green up the top here. Yeah. Suggesting with a little dark underneath, not everywhere, but enough to suggest. And I think that's just about there.
Ready to sign.